example, let's try to solve this, or let's try to evaluate this problem. So example number 1, we have to evaluate 2x plus 5 all over x squared minus x minus 2 d of x. Okay, first thing first is to make our denominator in forms like this, right? So we need to do some modification in our algebra. So we have 2x plus 5, then all over, how can we know this? So we need to splitting of squares. We have x, then x, and since we have negative x, and maybe we need some negative 2 and positive 1, right? So if you want to check if your answer is right, then you can do the multiplication of these two polynomials here. So we have x squared, then plus x minus 2x minus 2. So we have x squared plus x minus 2x, we have negative x or negative 1x minus 2. Okay, so this term here is just equal to our x minus 2 multiplied by x plus 1, right? Okay, so since we already do the algebra here, we can now apply our partial fractions, wherein it is equal to, this part here is equal to the a all over x minus 2, then plus b all over x plus 1, right? Okay, so let us solve it first. So let's not integrate it, let's not let's do the integration later on. Let's solve first our constants a and b. X minus 2 plus b all over x plus 1. Okay, so how can we determine the values of our a and b? So we can how can we determine the value? Say we need to multiply this whole term with their LCD, and their LCD is this one, x minus 2 multiplied by x plus 1, right? So if we multiply this term into x minus 2 x plus 1, this will cancel out. So what we have left here is 2x plus 5, right? Since x minus 2 cancel it out, x plus 1 cancel it out. And then on the right side of our equation, we have a all over x minus 2 multiplied by this one. So the x minus 2 will cancel out, and we have left here the x plus 1. Then for b, we have b, x plus 1 will cancel out, then what we have left here is x minus 2. Okay, then this is our new equation. Okay, equation. Okay, so from here, how can we again know the value of our constant a and constant b? So to determine, let's solve the value of a first. So to solve for value of a, we need to assign value to our x in order for us to make this term vanish. Okay, so that b will vanish. Why do we need to do that? In order for us to simply have a one unknown. because if we have one unknown, then we can now solve our equation, so our constant a. Okay, so how can we make our this term vanish? So say think that if we multiply this b into 0, then we can cancel this out. Okay, so how can we make this b multiply by 0? So we need to think of number, this part here, that is equal to 0 in order for us to come up with b times 0, right? So from here you can now see that x is equal to 2. So we need to let our x is equal to 2, so that if we do that, we will have 2, then our x is equal to 2, this is 2, plus 5 is equal to a, 2 plus 1, this is 2, then plus b, then our x is 2 minus 2. As you can see here, 2 minus 2 is 0, and b multiplied by 0 is just 0. So our only unknown here is the constant a. So from here you can now solve a, which is equal to 3. Okay, so okay, let me show you step by step how we come up with 3. So I have 2 times 2, we have 4, plus 5, then we have 2 plus 1 is 3, so we have 3a. Then 5 plus 4 is 9 is equal to 3a. So our a is, divide both sides by 3, we have 9 over 3, or 3. So we now know the value of our a. So to solve for b, we will do the same. We will assign value to x so that the a now will vanish. Okay, so from 2x plus 5 is equal to a x plus 1 plus b x minus 2. So to solve for b, let us make our a is equal to 0. So need x plus 1 is equal to 0, so we have x is equal to -1. Okay, if we do that and then apply to our equation, we have 2, or x is -1, plus 5 is equal to a by -1 plus 1, which makes this whole term 0, plus our b times -1 minus 2. So we have here -2 plus 5, -1 minus 2 is -3b, right? So -2 plus 5 is 3 is equal to -3b. Therefore, the value of our b is that need to divide both sides by a -3. So we have b is equal to -1, right? Because -3 all over 3 is just -1. So we all now get the value of our a and b, where a is 3 and b is -1. So going back to our main equation, we'll now know the value of our a, which is a is 3 and b is -1. So a is 3 all over x minus 2. This is dx. Dx plus the integral of our b is -1 all over x plus 1 d of x, right? Okay, so from here you can now simply integrate these two, right? So you can now easily integrate this term. Okay, so the integral of 3 x minus 2 is just 3 ln of x minus 2, right? and then plus, but we have negative 1 here as negative, the negative 1 ln of x plus 1, and then our plus c. Therefore, this is now became our final answer. Or if you still want to simplify this like what we have done before, see, we need to we have ln x minus 2 cube minus ln x plus 1, right, and our plus c. And we say that if we have 2 ln, that is ln minus ln, we need to make a division, wherein this part is our numerator minus 2, and this part here is our denominator. Yan. So all in all, our final answer is ln multiplied by quantity x minus 2 quantity cube all over quantity x plus 1 quantity plus c. Okay, so once again, from here we simplified it to have this term. So according to rule 1, we need to set a all over this first polynomial plus b over this second polynomial, and then we do some algebra to determine the value of a and b. After that, we proceed to the integration. Okay, then after the integration, we simplify it and then come up with our final answer.